Could you start by telling us your name and tell us a little bit about what's going on here?
So my name is Assma. I am from Dearborn. I was born and raised in Michigan. So I am Arab American. And today we are having a protest, a march for the lives of the Palestinians who are suffering due to the United States and Israel. So we are here to show our support and to let everybody know that we don't agree with what the United States is doing, the funding that's going to Israel, and just like letting everybody know that Palestine will be free. Fun fact, we are Palestinian, so this is near and dear to us. And so I feel like everybody is Palestinian, just like the message that they were all sharing today. We're all Palestinian and we're all suffering together.
How do you feel about the way Joe Biden has handled this so far?
I think he's failed us, especially since Michigan voted for him and 35,000 Muslims voted for Biden. So he has definitely failed us. He is not hearing us, and I don't agree with anything that he's doing.
Are there any misconceptions you think Americans have about Palestine? Maybe you'd like to clarify?
Yeah, so I believe that America thinks that Palestinians are terrorists and that Muslims are terrorists, and that is far from the truth. Muslims and Palestinians are probably one of the nicest humans that you will ever meet, and I really want that message to show, through our protests, through the work that we do. So yeah, I definitely think that that's the biggest misconception, is that we're terrorists, and we're far from that.
Could you tell us a little bit about your signs?
Yeah, so this saying is actually from one of the reporters straight from Gaza. He actually said this today, and so I felt that it was very powerful and that we had to, share his message, especially since yesterday Israel turned off the internet in Palestine. So I'm speaking, and we're speaking on behalf of the Palestinians that have lost their voices or lost internet. We're speaking on behalf of them. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Because why turn off the internet if social media is speaking up? Why turn off the internet? It's because America's scared. Israel is scared.
And it was right after Israel admittedly said that they targeted the reporter's family and bombed their home and his entire family. They admittedly said that they were targeting them and they know exactly who their targets are. The next day, the internet went out, connection went out, and they no longer want to hear our voices.
What do you think about the idea that Israel's only targeting Hamas? Do you believe that?
Absolutely not. How are they targeting hospitals? They targeted a church. Where's Hamas in all of this?
They're targeting schools. They're breaking so many international laws that it's crazy for them to even say that they're only targeting Hamas. When they came out themselves and said that they know exactly where Hamas is, they're only targeting those areas, where now they're targeting the West Bank. There's no Hamas in the West Bank. They're targeting schools, churches, hospitals, residential homes that they know for a fact Hamas is not there, but then they want to say, oh, well, Hamas was there, and they know it's not. Israel has one of the strongest and smartest intelligence around the entire nation. Everyone supports them. Everyone supplies them with the money to know exactly what's going on and where it's going on in Israel. So for them to say, oh, well, we're targeting Hamas, that's absolutely not true. They've killed over 7,000 innocent Palestinian civilians. Yes, that have names and date of births. There's still some that have gone unmarked because they don't know. Some families aren't even able to know who's still alive, who's not alive. So, it's very sad.
One more thing. Do you think with the turning off of the internet, trying to blame Egypt for the humanitarian aid crisis, do you think this shows the Zionists kind of gotten in over their heads this time?
I think social media is definitely taking a major part in this war. I think this is the first time social media has had such a strong impact on the entire opening everyone's eyes in the entire nation. It's definitely not okay what they're doing, but they see that they're losing the propaganda war and the social media war. So that's why I feel like they're coming so hard this time, because we know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, and I feel like just to like add and to echo what she said, Egypt is controlled, right? The border it's controlled by Israel. So obviously, like unfortunately, a lot of the Middle Eastern countries are trying to play safe right now. But I feel like social media is playing a huge role. I'm only getting like 20 views on some of my stories, and some of my posts have been deleted.
So the shadow ban and the censoring, yeah, it's definitely there, and they know that. Everyone's paying attention to us, and they know that they're losing this war, so they're trying really hard to make sure that we're banned.
Winding up here, is there anything else you'd like to say to the people? Anything you'd like to clarify or put out there about what's going on?
I just really hope that people who don't understand what's going on really know that Palestine was always there and will always still be there. Unfortunately, no matter how hard they try, they will never kill Palestinians. We are just a growing generation, and I really hope for the people who don't know, ask questions, because it's really important to ask questions and to educate themselves. And if they don't know, then they can, ask one of their neighbors, because again, we're one of the most friendliest people in the world, and we're here to help and support them, and hopefully we will all live to see a free Palestine.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.